We are live in full effect. What's good, D?
What's up, man? BCL lunch edition, yo.
DCL lunch edition, man. I'm sitting in my car on my lunch. We ain't got no food. I ain't got no food,
Oh man, you ain't got
but
no complimentary pizza party? Boost morale?
man, I don't have nothing, man. What's good
Man,
with you,
what's
man?
been
It's
good
been
with you,
about
dude? What, three
not much,
months?
man. A long time.
Shit,
Long
been
time.
too long, dude. Too long. I think last time we were live, I think T'Challa was still the king of Wakanda and not his white son, right?
Oh man, let's listen. I didn't even get a chance to read it. There hasn't been a whole lot of buzz about it. I think people are lying to gimmick. I'm not gonna let it, ruin my the rest of my year. So like I'm not seeing a lot of traction.
Hmm.
Herschel's not seeing a lot of traction with the whole the world to come. I'm gonna read it today. I didn't even get a chance to read the last Storm issue. Shame on me. I'm gonna get around to it, but yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, besides that reveal that went kind of viral, it's been, I don't know, been kind of quiet about the story since then. But I don't know. Most I've heard in comics, man, has been Deadpool and Batman. They had that team up like a couple weeks ago. But I ain't reading
Yeah,
that. I ain't reading that joint.
I'm not reading that joint. But
But
I'm gonna jump into some topics from the topic center, which is the BCL. So let me hop into BCL and see what's trending, see what's popping.
yeah,
Check
like what's
out,
going
hey,
on in the streets?
keep us abreast to what's going on in the chat too, man. We need to talk about
Oh yeah,
this.
for sure. I see Cutthroat Comics says crazy. AJC says greetings BCL. What's going on, man? Pericles, Dragon Ball Z, what's good, BCL? I see you, man. What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, man.
But what you pulling up? I can only see Lunch with the Lords on the screen.
What you mean, Lunch of the Lords?
Yeah, you got the you got BP, you got Storm, everybody cheering with coffee mugs.
Oh, I don't have. Hold on one second. Let me.
That's kind of like the you got like the wallpaper up front.
Let me. Ooh,
We
you're
getting
right.
back in
I
the
see
saddle,
what.
man.
I see what you. I see what. Back in the saddle. Let me take this down.
There we go.
All right, cool. It's just showing. So we got a BCL awards going on. Basically, man, this is something that's been on our mind, man, for the last 4 years. Basically, what we're going to have is we're going to have a BCL award show where we're going to highlight the top comics from 2025, whether it be best art, whether it be best interior art, best cover, and best story. And then we're going to highlight a legend and give them their flowers while they're still alive, or whoever gets the noms, we will definitely give them their invisible, I guess, flowers because they've already passed. But it's something we need to do for the community, man. I know we have the Glyph Awards. I know we have Ebok has their awards, but why not the Black Comic Lords, right? So this year we are trying to do it. So what I'm pretty sure after it's over with, people will be like, man, I wish I had a award. Well, dude, we did it last year, but you didn't show up. You weren't paying attention. So this is y'all chance to let your voice be heard. So what's good? What's good, BCL? What's good? What's good? What's good? I see everybody in the comment section. So if you guys want to head on over, here is the link. Go to the BCL Facebook page. Here is the link for you guys to go to and click on for the chat. Well, through the BCL Awards in the comment section. so that you guys, now this is only for Black independents. This is not for Marvel, DC, not Darkstorm, but like Image or anything like that. This is only for Black independent comics, and that comic book must have been around in 2025. All right.
Word. Yo, this whole year has been conversations about critiquing Black indie comic books, right? And now we got an opportunity to praise the indies and to uplift them with awards and recognition for their work. So I don't want to hear how there's no attention and positivity towards Black indie comic books when we're presenting an opportunity to do exactly that same thing instead of just
but you're still gonna hear it because you know how we are. We like to whine, we like to cry, but we don't want to lift, we don't want to do anything. But anyway, speaking of Black indies, let me let y'all listen to this.
What's up, everybody? It is day one of New York Comic Con. Make sure to come visit the Landry Pop Auctions booth number 3161, where you can check out some real comic book history. San Francisco Comic Book Company, Ebon #1, extremely scarce grail of underground comics, freshly graded and one of one in CGC 9.8. Literally the highest graded copy in existence, everybody. Make sure to come visit New York Comic Con through Sunday. Landry Pop Auctions, booth 3161.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. There's different sects of independent or just comic book collectors. There's guys that's like, oh, support my Kickstarter. There's guys that are like, I don't know, I'm just here for the movies and shows. When T'Challa and Storm gonna get married. Then there's actually the collectors that go after these rare, expensive, high-end Black comic books. When you talk about cream of the crop, Ebon is a Black-owned comic book from December 1969, because that's what it says inside of the book. However, CGC says January 1970. We'll go with 1970, so I won't get no nasty DMs. This is the first Black superhero to have ever been featured in his own comic book, written and drawn by a Black man. So it is in a 9.8. I don't know how in the hell you have a book that's 55 years old and you keep it in pristine condition. This book will be going on auction. This book will be sold, I think he said, beginning of the year. Yeah, January 2026. I am hoping that, number one, the very first thing I'm hoping for is that there's so much noise and buzz about this Black independent comic, underground comic, that it goes for a big price. Because all that's going to do is help the 9.6s, the 9.4s, the 9.0s, the 8.5 to a certain extent. So we'll see what happens. I have an insider that thinks the book, I believe he said 40K. I think he said 40K, and I could be wrong. Worst indie is Stranger Comics because I still haven't got my Kickstarter comic that I paid for last year. Okay, so definitely reach out to Frustrated. Definitely reach out to Stranger Comics, man. I will let him see this gripe. If you haven't got your books, we'll get with him and see if he can reach out to you. Probably the best thing to do is hit up Sebastian on social because he is available. Like, he responds. So if I'm sure you've probably already done it, but just kind of, I don't know. Maybe he didn't get your message. Some of these guys, I'm not speaking on Sebastian, but a lot of these indie guys that I've reached out to for just getting a book, knowing more about the book, it goes to the message request box, which unless you go there, you won't see those messages. But definitely reach out to him. I will let him know. DM me your first and last name because I'm pretty sure you didn't order this book under Frustrated. DM me your first and last name because I know he'll respond to me, and so I can get him on that. Shout out to Concrete Comics as well. I've got plenty of books from them. But yeah, man, this is at 9.8. If you got, I would say you need to have about $50K in liquid cash to try to get this book. But if you're talking Black India, support Black India, bro, this is the cream of the claim. Because this is a 9.8. I don't think there's any book in Tomb of Dracula. No, Tomb of Dracula is 1973 or 72, something like that. I don't know how many black superheroes you're gonna find. I think this is the oldest black superhero comic book, other than Black Panther, that you're gonna find in a 9.8, bro, or First Falcon.
And literally history right in your hands for about 50K.
50K, yo. 50K to be safe, bro. 50K to be safe.
Man,
and
I hope it's a black collector.
I hope it's a black collector, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure it's going to be a black collector.
We'll see. Keep it in the family.
Let's scroll on down to Trollville. So, number one, our new storm by Bobby Drake. I can't think of the girl's name, but she was in the what's her face? She's in Peacemaker. He posted this, man. And let me tell you something. We got 95,000 people. This reached 70,000 people yesterday. Mostly horrible comments about her. It's funny how we can put up Eben. I'm sorry. What's funny how we can put up Concrete Comics. We can put up Ebon. Ebon gets only 402 people that saw it. Concrete only gets 1,007. But you put a heavy set picture of Storm, and people will come out from the hell under rocks just to bash a black woman, bro. Is that what we're doing, Dion?
Seems pretty standard for the internet for 2025, 2026 and above, man. You know that negativity gets the most attention on the internet.
Man, it sells, man. It sells. And people are like, oh, you need to be more positive. Why should I be more positive when I can just be negative and be a troll all day? Because this is essentially what this is. I don't honestly, bro, like, I can see her being Storm. To be honest. If she can act, I don't really care so much about her size. And I'm going to tell you another thing. There's a lot of people in the comment section that I'm pretty sure their wife is heavyset, bro. Let's stop it. Let's just stop. Y'all wife ain't walking around here looking like Storm from the comic books.
Oh, man. You want to
your girlfriend, the chick cosplayers that you messing with. Go ahead.
I was like, the cosplayers. You know what I mean?
Cosplayers.
Yeah. Come on now.
Come on, bro. Like,
go ahead. Your girl. You said your girl ain't looking like Storm.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop the freaking cap, though, bro. We gotta stop the cap, bro. Oh, now, granted, you don't want your baby mama to, you don't want your baby mama to be Storm or some other chick, but just because she haven't said that, what that mean? What that mean, bro? But hey, I digress, bro. We're not gonna get into that.
Man, it's just fan art, man. It's not even. It's not even that serious.
So we are finally getting a cardiac action figure, and he's got full of vibranium in his suit, but he's not T'Challa, so nobody cares. This was just rolled out for the New York City Comic Con. You think this is going to end up at Ollie's?
Oh yeah, most definitely. This is going to be clearance at Ollie's within a year. You got to be a Spider-Man fan to really like Cardiac. I don't think you got to be a hardcore Spider-Man fan to really like his C, D list, B list villains to really appreciate him, in my opinion.
I think he's definitely going to be at Ross next Christmas. He's definitely going to be at Ollie's, but I'm going to go and buy him right off the shelf at Target. Shout out to Marvel Legends for making Cardiac. And this has been somebody people have been thinking that they were going to do for a while. I know a lot of people are crying about, he doesn't have an extra head. I mean, no, but there's plenty of G.I. Joe heads you can throw on his body. There's plenty of heads out there on eBay that you can buy for $10, $15 Macari. and throw on. All you need is a black dude with like a fade, and you're good. Yeah, I like
Didn't
the
Dan
little.
Slott bring him back in the comic books? He's been recent, right? Last 5 years, he's shown up.
Yeah, he's popped up, but he's been more of an anti-villain versus versus a hero. He's been weird. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Danielle Brooks, thanks, Herschel. Greatly appreciate you. Who absolutely gorgeous BTW. Yeah, man. Yes, I'm pumped about that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go and buy that, bro. Like, I don't care. I could probably save $1. I could probably save money by waiting to go to Ross Olives, but I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna post it up on social media. That's what I do. I don't care. I will say to get his first appearance is a little pricey because it's also the first cameo appearance of Carnage, which I don't know. I think Carnage doesn't really drive a premium as far as sales, but I think you'll stand to probably get this book for like $30-$40, maybe in a pristine copy. Probably somewhere in there. I know everybody in the action figures. I know I am. I gotta buy it. We heard about Nas that's coming out with his comic book. I'm sorry, De La Soul. I said, well, De La Soul and Nas, right? Bunch of rappers on this one,
right? This is my first time hearing about it, actually.
Yeah, I know. I thought I saw Nas is working with De La Soul, and they got a comic book coming out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not too stoked about it. I do like De La Soul's music, but I'm not like, oh my god,
coming with a new soundtrack. Then that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be exclusive first release drops at New York City Comic Cons. Yeah, I mean, I think this will be one for the OGs to go and get the 45 and old. The 40 and up will buy this. The y'all ages and the 20s are going to look the other way. They don't really get into the old school hip hop. So I think this will be more so for the old heads, but it will drag a premium. You're probably within a couple of months might be looking $75 to $100 for this, and that's okay.
The way we're going is the old heads is the marketplace. It's the standard buyer.
The old heads are the marketplace. The young jits ain't buying nothing, man. They ain't buying nothing. I'm also mad that McFarlane is losing the DC license because he was doing the black characters. I was waiting for a hardware figure. Brother, I hope you wasn't holding your breath. Listen, McFarlane, as far as the McFarlane thing goes, I'm not pushing back, but I will say this about McFarlane. He's like, McFarlane figure's been out with 4 years, maybe somewhere in there. He came out with Spawn. He did Black Lightning. He did Lightning Lad. He did 2 Blackwing figures. He didn't do not one single black female figure, bro. Not a one. I don't know why. He's almost avoiding doing Vixen, avoiding doing Amanda Waller, avoiding doing
Nubia.
That's it. You don't really have to give me nobody else.
That's
not one black female character. And he gave me 80 Batmans, different color, pink Batman, yellow black Batman, blue Batman. And I get Batman is the flagship. Superman, we got tons of those. Wonder Woman is a little, he didn't really give me a touch. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe he's a little, I don't want to say he's biased to women or misogynistic, but.
Man, who's the market? I mean, who's buying? Let's be real. Who's buying these action figures?
A small. Well, the white boy. Listen. Well, when we
who's
back
buying
up,
these figures?
The white boys is buying these figures, bro. The white boys are buying. White boys are buying the white figures too. But you got to ask yourself who's buying. The real question is who's buying the black ones. I don't think we're not driving up the demand. Blue Marvel was at our Ollie's. Now, does that mean, huh?
He's still there.
Nah, he ain't.
He not? Oh, don't tell me in Dollar Tree now.
Nah, he ain't there no more. We also have a Black Comic Lord variant that y'all need to go and pick up with the Nas cover. This is actually, we have a metal cover.
It's Jay-Z cover, not Nas.
Yeah. Oh, it's the Black album. Not Nas. The other one was a Nas cover.
Yeah, I don't want the hip hop heads on you.
Yeah, Illmatic. And then we have the adult cover. This is not ours. We have the adult cover. So these come in metal, different metal. This is the regular. They're on they're on Sebastian's Kickstarter with Stranger Comics. Shout out to Frustrated Sports Fan. I know you're not happy with them right now, but yeah, the only way Frustrated says the only way that the kids would buy the Black Hip Hop if they did the comics Def Jam Vendetta game. Def Jam Vendetta they're gonna have to update it. They're gonna have to update it.
That's a licensing nightmare. I don't think it's never gonna happen again. Product of its time. You can get some IG TikTok rappers on there. I mean, the licensing is gonna be crazy with all these.
Well. You could be like, look, if they can get 20 people, a little bit of old, mostly new, and a couple of the IG Twitch people, you get Carson out on there. You know, he's not a rapper, but you get even some YouTubers on there. After the first video game comes out, the licensing deals will flow and they'll do add-ons. See? They'll do add-ons and be like, oh, I want to jump. Oh, get me on. And then they'll have to pay, but they'll probably make it like, look, we're not paying more than XYZ. So if you want to be in the game, this is our price. This is how much we paying y'all. Especially if you ain't no legend. Cardi B will be in there, all that nonsense.
Sure, yeah.
So
okay, I can see that.
Let's see what else we got in here. Jim Lee says, I said give it 7 years or less. This whole thing was about how they're not supporting AI-generated narratives or illustrations, not now, not ever, not as long as I'm in charge. I give it 7 years, bro. I give it 7 years.
It's going to happen.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's already a part of DC. Somewhere, somehow, some way. I met Jim Lee, by the way. He's a cool guy, man. The motherfucker can draw.
I bet.
Draw.
You seem chill as hell.
Other watcher said Todd has said that women action figures don't sell as well as men. Thus, he will be selective on the women figures he releases. I hate to say this. He's right, but they have to look a certain way.
And I know that certain way. You know how you're gonna sell Nubia and
how you gonna sell Nubia? Well, selling the black woman,
okay. This is how you sell black woman action figure. You don't make it an action figure. You make it a hentai anime figure. That way you can get men and women buying it, and in the anime
you ain't
style.
Gonna get Todd. You're not gonna get Todd to sign off on it.
No, not Todd McFarlane, but some other brand can make a lewd anime figure of Storm and Vixen. Then that would.
They have to be lewd. Be lewd. That's the only way they're gonna buy some of them. Look at Power Girl.
Men and women buy the lewd figures. In anime, I don't know about American, but anime. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like everyone buys it. So that's okay.
And plus, you can't have Batgirl looking better than Batman. Have more accessories and cooler. Her cape is not nicer. You can't do that. But I think that's worth the investment. Make it limited, right? And then there's a rarity scarcity thing that comes into play. I think you can definitely do that. But as far as this DC stuff, look, sounds good. Sounds really good. I understand a lot of I'm a content creator. I stand with anti-AI. That sounds good. Bro, I'll give y'all 7 years, bro. I'll give y'all 7 years.
In 7 years, you guys are going to make your own Black Panther comic book with a prompt. Where him and Storm are married happily ever after. You're going to make your own Black Panther comics in 7 years.
Bro, and we're not, listen, and people are going to sell those. People are going to sell them, and the art is going to be better. The covers are going to be better. You know what I mean? Shoot, let me go. Speaking of covers, let me damn, my battery's dying. I got 19%.
Oh shit.
Let me remove this. Let me go and pull up. Remember the cover I sent you last night?
Yeah, the icon joint.
Yeah. And I'm gonna let y'all know it's AI. I do it, I'm not selling it or anything. I don't want to go there. I gotta go to your I'm gonna be honest with you. I use AI all the time. I don't try to sell it. I don't even make shirts with it. But I do use it. If I want to manipulate something or not for any nefarious purposes, obviously, but so this is extremely. So here's a cover I just did last night, based off of of a modification I made on a comic book. Like, now, will this sell? No, because the colors are way too vibrant. It needs the tones on this needs to be a whole lot different or whatever. Well, bro, you better freaking believe in 7 years, bro, there's gonna be dudes doing this. And then you turn and then they're gonna be at comic book shops. Or I'm sorry, they ain't gonna be at comic book shops. They're gonna be having their online store. They're gonna be able to send them to the Indie Planet to print off. And guess what? Indie Planet want the money. Indie Planet want the money. I'll print it for you, and you ain't got to print it in bulk. Print it on demand. I'm gonna make. Hey, I'm gonna be like Gambit. I'm about to make a name for myself.
I'm about to make a name for myself in here.
Bro, they finna start doing that. Listen, AI has already shut down a lot of jobs, thousands of jobs, and they're gonna have to go. They might have to go in the future, probably 20 years for sure. General income, because there's a lot of jobs. Could my job be replaced? Not currently, no. Can't do what I can do. Everything I type, you can do, but the nuance, the human factor of me, in the practice that I do, there's no way you could duplicate that. There's no freaking way.
Yeah, the Pandora's box is open, bro. I mean, I'm a filmmaker. I understand you guys are gonna make a movie with a prompt. You know, I'm a screenwriter. I understand you're gonna get ChatGPT to write a script of the Blue Marvel MCU movie you've always wanted, right? Like that's gonna be accessible. It's inevitable. It's like Thanos. You know, it's literally inevitable.
It's coming, bro. The market's coming. It's coming. And if comics are still doing well. They're not doing manga no more. Manga's big. Yeah, they're not doing manga numbers. But manga ain't doing comic book aftermarket numbers either. In the hundreds of thousands, the six figures. They're not pulling those numbers. Not that now, that only matters on the street. It doesn't matter on the front end. DC and Marvel don't see those numbers. So which means that doesn't really help them make more. But on the streets, these books are going for some major money. The book I have today, I can easily sell that. Like the original one, man. Let me go back to it 1 second.
Which book?
This book right here. Hold on 1 second. Hope my phone don't die, but my laptop might die.
Well, I'll say this. That's what people say is a benefit for the manga, is that you don't have to have $12. You can get chapter 1 of something rather than have to get this first appearance of this character for like $300, $500 plus. So, I mean, I see the collector's aspect, but also I can see this book right here. One has accessibly Original Woman.
This is one of the first black female superheroes to ever be in her own comic book that was written by a black man. Kind of like Eben, right? Eben goes for thousands of dollars. Now, this book wasn't made into the 2000s, but prior to her, you had Aunt and you had Sister Girl that were in their own titles created by black people. This book, I could work hard, could probably get this book today, right now, probably $150 out the door.
Mm-hmm.
If I got it slabbed, educated, curated it right, I wanna argue that I might be able to do 300. 300, maybe even more. If I had the right person to curate it, I could probably get close to 1,000. Maybe. What's my battery at? 12%.
Oh boy, here we go. 2 minutes.
Yeah. We about to cut this thing here short.
We got some comments here. Eye of the Watcher says Todd did a deal with Rippaverse, but he did via pre-order and limited release. I believe the woman resin figure was the most popular. So, I mean, that's his audience. Yeah.
That's his audience.
Frustrated fan says that no one is buying the first appearance of Naruto. Nobody is, but they're buying his shirts and watching his movies and anime. I'll tell you that.
And if right now I posted a picture of Naruto, hold on. All right, hold on.
And we're back.
And we're back. Longer too, because I'm on my phone.
if if I right now overnight, if I was like, oh, we're gonna turn this into an anime manga group, the page would explode with engagement, the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
Engage. Oh man, I couldn't wait. I thought you guys were never going to convert over to anime. Bro, these Negroes, bro, they would flip so quick. But then let you go and talk about a black character. I don't know nothing about him, bro. I don't know nothing about him.
Marlon Wayne said F anime because Demon Slayer beat him in the box office, and you saw that comment section. You saw the commentary, man. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's a hater." F Marlon Wayne just for saying,
he
F
shouldn't have
anime
said that though. But he was trying to be funny.
He was trying to be funny with it.
He shouldn't have said that. Though,
yeah, it's like saying F the Yankees and the Red Sox got beat. Oh, that's the same equivalent. It's not meant to be taken like literally, seriously,
Yeah, but these Negro, it's some black people will die for anime. It's some black people that will jump on a railroad track in the name of anime, bro. And that's your thing. And that's your thing. Speaking of wild stuff, y'all know how everybody wanted this girl to be what's it? Jade Cargill to be Storm?
Jade Cargill, yeah.
It's not gonna work, bro. Even the action figure don't look right, bro. She needs to be frenzy. I said it in a post. Jade Cargill needs to be frenzy. That is a super hyper fantasy for Jade Cargill's only 5'10". I looked up her height. But no. We don't need her. We need her to be frenzy. We need to pick somebody else to be Storm. This is actually my action figure that's sitting in my thing. I was so curious when I found it. Also, you can get you a Jade Cargill for $3.99 in Ross. In most Rosses in America. Yeah. So go grab a Jade Cargill. If you're a wrestling fan, go grab her, pop her head off, throw her into your Storm figure. You'll see her head's just too big because she's just too big of a chick. It doesn't work. But you can definitely try.
Yeah. Chad, I wonder, would you guys prefer Jade Cargill or Cynthia Erivo, who played Glenn Alphaba as Storm?
Speaking of Storm, guess who got her on his favorites on his iPhone? Shout out to Black Lightning and this variant cover for having a trans-dimensional phone call over the Storm, man. That's what's up. Shout out to my boy Black Lightning, man. You putting in the work, man.
Getting the sloppy seconds after Logan.
Nah. Don't say that. Please, bro. You gonna get me in trouble. You gonna get me in trouble, bro.
Or he gets the astronaut, the loser astronaut that Paul
don't like. Maybe she left him in space. Maybe Craig's
maybe.
In space.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. Misinformation. This is a fire cover. I don't know why they didn't make this, but it's Monica Rambeau. The Miseducation of Monica Rambeau. Go pick this up from our make-believe Black McLaurin variant shop. I wish this was real.
Why didn't they think of this?
Huh?
I said, why didn't they think of this? This is so one for one, right?
We didn't make those covers. They just granted Black hip hop culture, but we weren't on a ton of those covers. I will say this: the reason why I put on here the Miseducation of Monica Rambeau, because every time you put Monica Rambeau in a group or in a room, what's the first thing Black people say about her?
She ain't Storm, yo.
She ain't Storm.
She ain't Storm.
And number two, why she can't be called Captain Marvel? And I'd be like, what about her comics? What about her books? What about her stories? But those are the two biggest things that stick out the most. And it's like, we got to get to who the character is. We got to get to the collection. We got to get to the relationship between her and Blue Marvel. Her name, her title, that was actually a white man's title first. Now we get into these little cat fights between Carol. Nobody likes Carol, and Monica was the first captain. Like, we're fighting over scraps. We're fighting over a white man's medal from 1968. Let her have her own original. Yes, Captain. Anything with a captain in front. Captain Black Panther sounds fun. Sounds great. But how many comics do you have of her? Can you rub her entire series together? Does she matter that much to you, or does that title, that label matter more to you? Because, like, she can have Captain Marvel, but are you going to buy her book? Are you going to be financial? That's the biggest question. Nobody wants to talk about that. But that
Man.
irritates me so much. But I sure wish we would have got this, man.
I almost think the movie did more harm than good and almost should have never been made, man. I mean, she ain't gonna show up in Doomsday, and the director, she kind of, and I won't say she got blacklisted, but she definitely got some heat from how that film was handled. Nobody really came out of that with a W involved in that project, unfortunately.
I have to watch it. Said just call her Monica and build the brand off that name. Nah.
Monica?
Here's why. Yeah, and here's why. I don't like Luke Cage. He needs a superhero name, but they want Luke Cage. Luke Cage looks like somebody's uncle. He has on a gray shirt and some blue jeans.
Unc Cage, that should be the new moniker.
Huh?
Unc Cage, that's the new.
Unc Cage, or something cool, because he just has a regular name. He might as well just be called Deion Donovan or Herschel Lewis or something. Like, what is the point? Like, how many superheroes just go by their regular name? Like, what if we call Spider-Man Peter Parker? The Amazing Peter Parker. Like, T'Challa's even going by Black Panther. I don't know, man. I just feel like for me, who has damn near a complete Monica Rambeau collection, I have several of her first appearances. I collect all of her action figures, except for the one with the jacket I own. I go after her, and then when I try to say, oh, well, y'all should take a look at Monica, she's cool, the very first thing I hear is, well, why she ain't named Captain Marvel? And it's like, bro, what about the character, though? We so stuck on the name, but you ain't even trying to, like, is the name going to make you buy the book now? Is the name going to make you buy the figures? Is the name going to make you demand her be in Doomsday or Secret Wars? Probably not.
No.
So I just, for me, it's weird. I'm gonna change my name to Frustrated Monica Rambeau fan. Frustrated Monica Rambeau fan. She's easily my top 5. I put her over Storm.
You put her over Storm? Oh no, that's a sin. You can't do that. Hell no.
I put her over Storm. I think she's more.
She can't even beat Storm.
Basic. She can beat Storm because she can run that freak. Listen, if you are in and I know this is blasphemy and heresy to some folks that's hive-minded, but if you put Monica Rambeau and Storm, and you're the dude that's in the box, you're in the ring, you say round 1, fight. As soon as you say fight, Monica, are you going to see a Storm drop to the ground? Why? Monica can move at light speed. So as soon as he says fight, it just does his head like this to pull his head back. Or as soon as the exclamation point at the end of fight is over with, Storm's gone because she can't even process a lightning bolt that fast. You got a girl that can move at light speed. Storm is still a human. Storm in most incarnations is a regular human being. If I'm writing a story and we're going for blood, I'm going straight for her nose or her temple, so I'm knocking her clean out. And even if Storm could rain down, like Thanos say, rain thunder, like she could go intangible, and the lightning would just flash around her, or she could absorb the lightning bolts. But you know what? We're not going to go there because to a lot of people, Storm is Jesus Christ. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to leave that alone.
It's the page count. Monica just doesn't have the page count in the story.
She don't have the page count.
She don't have the page count under development. That's all it is.
She don't got the page counts. She didn't marry T'Challa. And even if she was to marry Blue Marvel doesn't have the page counts that T'Challa has. So guess what? That's cool. I mean, listen, I think Marvel thought about marrying Captain America and Mr. Knight, Falcon and Mr. Knight, but it was probably like, does anybody really care? Because it's not T'Challa and Storm, it's Falcon and Misty Knight, and I don't even know if people really care. I would buy every variant of that book.
Well, what's the point of marriages now in comic books anyway? Because then they're not gonna last. It's a gimmick.
People keep wanting to lie and say, well, Spider-Man and Mary Jane. Yes, Spider-Man and Mary Jane was married. They're not married no more. In fact, they've been divorced damn near, I think, longer than they've been married.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Superman and Lois, I think, are the only one, and they were off and on. Scott and Jean, like
yep, they sharing now.
Listen, and guess what? Is it harder to write comic books where people are together? I don't know. I've never written a comic book before. I'm not finna go and say that, and I don't even have nothing under my belt. I don't know, bro. I would love to see T'Challa and Storm together because I think they're a great couple. But I also want to see Falcon and Misty. I want to see Monica Rambeau, and here's the other thing I'm gonna say that nobody's gonna speak to. I want to see T'Challa and Storm. I want to see Captain. I want to see Falcon and Misty, and I want to see Monica and Blue Marvel. And I don't want. And if you have to ask me, well, if you can only choose one, I'm not choosing none of them because if they all can't get married, I can't have fun as a fan. I don't just want one person and everybody else. Well, sorry, no, I'm not into that. I want them all to be married. Why not? Why do we only get one? Why is there what there can only be one? There can only be one best running back, one greatest quarterback, one greatest superhero. Nah, bro, we can have many. We gotta get out of that mindset to where we can only have one. But shout out to Jim Lee and Marvel even came out with a statement too, saying that we're done with AI because when AI gets to a certain level, you're gonna see T'Challa and Storm married, and it's gonna be better than what Marvel did. So,
that's the reason why they don't want those. That's the reason why they're gonna do copyright strikes and hold it off as best as possible because there's a feeling that the fans are gonna do it better than the pros. Even with Hollywood movies, entertainment in general, there's a general consensus the fans are gonna do better than the pros. Once they get the tools to do that, all bets are off. That's the growing sentiment.
I'm not saying that the cover I showed you with Icon and Green Lantern. It's the best Green Lantern cover, but it's probably top 10. Easily top 10. I'm not saying that the Icon cover with him on there is the best Icon cover, but it's easily top 5.
If I see this in the shop, I'm buying it. I wouldn't even know it's AI, man. I'm buying it.
I don't care if the story's trash. I'm buying it. Last week, I put out a poll. What is the first thing you look for when buying a Black-owned comic? Now, I didn't say Black-owned. You know what got 70% of the votes? Cover. Cover. That's why I say, man, we can say what we want about stories, and people will show panels, and then what's inside the story. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'll be the first one to say a lot of people were disappointed with the truth, red, white, and black, because the inside they didn't like the artwork, right? They liked the covers. They thought the covers were okay, but the artwork on the inside could have been a lot better. But I saw that to say this, man. Covers matter, man. If you ain't bringing the fun, listen. There's tons of books in my collection that I haven't even read. I just wanted because it had a dope cover, man. It had a dope cover, and when it looks good. Look at I never read. Now I'll say this: ain't no shade of concrete. What's the girl that he had? Was that the amazing? Probably to this date, the best black female indie or mainstream. It's rivaling Storm. What's her name? The black female superhero that Concrete came out with last year that was fire. Almost looked like it was AI.
I don't remember, man. Was it Chrissy, the organic something?
Not Christy. That Christy was the other one that we had.
I can't remember, bro.
I can't remember, but you in the comments help me out later in the chat. The best cover. I never opened up that book because I didn't even care. I got my money's worth from that cover. I got my money's worth from the cover. Yeah, that cover was just amazing. I'm gonna post it up later. Most people have already seen it, but yeah, bro, covers matter, dude.
They matter.
It freaking matter, dude.
I mean, marketing. Why do we have marketing? Why do we have posters? Why do we have billboards? They're all covers.
Now, Priest didn't have the best covers of Black Panther at all. They were like, okay, that's a cool cover. Hudlin did not have the greatest covers at all. But Hudlin, stories made up for everything else. But some folks that ain't the best writers, your covers need to be strong. Spider-Man probably has the toughest covers. It's better than Superman's, better than Batman. Batman's is always dark, like it's every day is Halloween. Where he at? Luna. Yeah. He said Luna.
Oh, Luna? Okay. Luna had some.
Luna easily all-time best black female independent cover, and it will rival a lot of Storm covers. I'm sorry you don't like that. You think Storm is Jesus, fine. But it will rival that. one of the best covers. I could almost argue it was so good I thought it was AI. And I don't know who the artist is, but I hope Lonzo brings him back for more. And why don't we have Luna 3 and 4 and 5? I know things take money, but just bring me a good cover. All I need is a good cover. By my 4th page, I need there to be some type of conflict. Somebody need to be getting punched in the mouth.
Some action.
And by the end, give me a cliffhanger. Give me a mysterious figure on the inside. I don't need dialogue. I don't need 10 pages of build-up. I don't. But guess what? If your cover is fire, I don't care what you got going on the inside. I'm gonna buy that book. Unless you're charging me $80 for a Luna day, well, we gotta have a different side conversation.
Now let me check with you, man. Did Icon ever face Green Lantern? Was there ever between Icon and John Stewart? Why didn't that happen?
DC
2
does
aliens,
not,
right?
The only black person that I've ever seen to crossover with Milestone and get in conflict was Steel. And that was because it was 93 and Steel was hot. Steel was super hot. He had a whole movie in 93. But yeah, man, like you're not gonna see that. DC ain't gonna. I think DC is missing out on some money because what I think they should be doing is more battles between heroes and setting the record straight. Who's the better? Like today, we had a whole conversation about. You can go to the BCL chat. Who's a better fighter out of Shang-Chi and T'Challa? And people presented their case. Let them fight. And if 10 years later you're like, well, I never liked it the way that Shang-Chi beat T'Challa, then write a story of a round 2. Y'all let Captain America and Black Panther fight all the time. Black Panther and Captain America's won 3 times. A lot of people don't know that. He won recently with the with the beatdown.
Yeah.
The beatdown. Well, he was hurt. Well, he was tired. He had AIDS. He had cancer. I know we got a lot of excuses. Cool. T'Challa has beaten him more. T'Challa has absolutely beaten him more. And then there was one time back in the 60s where they fought. He went back in time. He fought. And that was actually I posted up in BCS. Not the issue a lot of y'all think, where he went back and fought the invaders. He went back. Oh, this was actually in the 70s. He went in the 60s, and he also went back again in the 70s and he fought. But I think this time Captain America fought a different. I got to go back and check it out. It might just be twice. But he also beat him in the Contest of Champions in the late 2000s. I'm sorry, in the late 90s, but it was only because he was being mind controlled, but a win is a win. If I walk up on you, Dion, and I'm intoxicated, and you kick my ass, is that a W for you?
I mean, a win's a win, like you said, man.
A win's a win. If Mike Tyson in his prime pulls up on me with meth, with cocaine, he's drunk, and I kick his ass, I got a dub, baby. That's in the books. So I don't want to hear about, a dub is a dub. If Michael Jordan pulls up with a bad ankle and says he still want to hoop with me, and I beat him in the game of 21, it's a dub.
That's it. That's a dub.
It's a dub. How many times do we see athletes say, well, he was playing injured? W. Well, they were playing without their best, their starter. W.
W.
It's a dub. Listen, Philadelphia played Giants last night. I'm pretty sure they was off. W.
There's still a W. Yep.
W.
And there's no asterisk next to it either in the record books.
Bro.
All everybody's gonna see is the dub. That's it.
Listen, one of the things we're gonna close on this. One of the things that we got to do better as human beings, and I swear to you guys, we got to do better. We are living. This right here is real flesh and blood. If I get injured, I die. That's a real loss. Or somebody beats me off, that is a real loss. If I right now slap the screen at Monica Rambeau, or I beat her up, or I kill her off in a comic book, and that's your favorite character, that doesn't mean you just died. And a lot of people feel like if my favorite character loses, I lose. A lot of people feel like I'm in Florida and my favorite team is in Washington State. When they lose, I lose. No,
you lose.
Y'all lost. I was rooting for you, but y'all lost. You lost. If my children pick a fight and they win, I might feel like, great, I'm glad my daughter won, but I'm not gonna say I beat the kid up too. No, my
Right.
daughter beat the kid up. If my child loses a fight, I'll feel bad for you, but baby, you got dusted off. Daddy get dusted off. We gotta have a separation between our real wins and our real losses, and we're not doing that in the comic book nerd or whatever y'all want to call it community. We always feel like when somebody takes an L or when somebody's not included, we take an L. You're not T'Challa. You're not Storm. Why do you have a codependency like, oh, that person is really me. I see myself in them. I don't see myself in any person, any character that can be drawn to be a drug head, a lawyer, a gay person, none of that. Like, you're not me. Somebody can draw you anywhere. They can turn you into a god. Nobody expected Storm to be a god in this run. Storm, I would never be a god. That's not me. So it's we gotta go ahead.
I mean, I would say, yeah. I mean, there's a level of a self-insert where I feel like T'Challa is me or Storm is me. And then there's also a sense of like T'Challa represents blackness, right? Black excellence. So when T'Challa is down, you're crapping on black excellency. Or a sports team. If the Red Sox lose to the Yankees, then you're like, oh, so we ending the show? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Guess battery died. Well, guys.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, you still here? Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
I just put this over there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, the Red Sox, Boston, New York's better than Boston, right? So it's also a level of what the character, the thing represents. Also, like, I like the right wing or the left wing. So this represents the left wing or this represents the right wing. So this goes that way, then we're all down. So I can kind of get associating characters and art or teams to something higher than an ideal of what you want to be a part of. But we got to separate between that and like your personal life. Like, I know some people feel a certain way if like Bad Bunny's at the Super Bowl performing. Some people are actually feeling like it ruins their day that Bad Bunny's performing at the Super Bowl.
And bro, I super can care less.
Yeah.
I don't even, bro, last time I really was engaged, bro, like stop what I was doing. It was like, I can't wait. I think when Snoop Dogg them came out, then maybe before that when Janet Jackson, and before that Michael Jackson in 1990. Bro, halftime is like what? 12, and I watched Not Like Us with Kendrick Lamar last year. But bro, if he would have came out and flopped, it would have ruined my day. Some people need some of these heroes to be certain things. I don't. It's just entertainment. I need to be successful at my job. I need to be a successful husband. I need to be a successful father. I need to be a successful friend. If T'Challa could get beat up in this next run, they could kill him off. But did I go to work next day? Did I stop that? No. So we gotta be careful with that. I know we want our characters to win. Nothing wrong with that. But it's too much self-insert. There's too much. You lose yourself trying to be something that you're not. And we gotta quit that because we're grown men. We're 40, 50, 60, some of us 70-some-year-old men sitting right here ready to fight people over, well, my character, they're not doing like, okay, that character doesn't belong to you either. Now, guess what? Does it mean you can't get upset? Sure. But ultimately, life goes on. I'm going to move on. And I see a lot of people that are losing friendships, losing their minds, going insane based off of make-believe characters. So that's what I want to leave y'all with. I know I've been out here for an hour, so we're going to shut it down. Lunch with the Lords, man. We'll be back.
Peace.
Hey, man, I haven't said this in a long time, but peace in the Middle East. God, no.
Golly.
Peace in the Middle East.
Woo.
All right,
we're out. Peace, man.